Greetings. Thank you all for tuning in to the BZNZ Internet Talk Radio Show. We're so excited and happy to have you here tonight to be with us in our broadcast live stream. Just a few housekeeping chores before we get started and your gracious host comes online. Tonight you are in one of the best places that you could ever be, and for that you should just go ahead and give yourself a round of applause. Real quick, we'd like to give you a disclaimer. The show is not responsible for anything that is said on the show. There's your disclaimer. During the show, if you are vibing with us, you feeling what we're saying, and you would love to just give us a love token, where you're going to see at the bottom of the screen is going to say Cash App Tyron Joe, $ Tyron Joe, TYRENJO. Anything that you can give would be greatly appreciated. A one, a two, or a few. We greatly appreciate it. Also, if you would like to be a sponsor of the program, please go to our Instagram page at BZNZ Talk. At BZNZ Talk, our Instagram page. Also, you can go to our Facebook page at BZNZ Talk, at BZNZ Talk, and we will be glad to work with you. And also, a quick reminder throughout the show, I want to let you know that the likes are free, the dislikes are free, the love button is free, the share button is free, and the subscribe button is free. 5 things while you're viewing this broadcast. 5 things while you're learning and growing. 5 things that is for free, and we would love for you to partake in that during the program. Last but not least, once again, we want to thank you all for tuning in to our program, our broadcast, our live stream, because you are the ones that run the show. Thank you all. Peace. Be blessed.
We gon' talk about it, we gon' talk about it, we gon' talk about it. Situationships and relations. Tyron Joe the host, start the conversation. Too much we gotta learn, too much we gotta learn, too much we gotta learn, too much we gotta learn. DZNZ, Internet Talk Radio. We gon' talk about it, we gon' talk about it, we gon' talk about it. Situationships and relations. Tyron Joe the host, start the conversation. Too much we gotta learn, too much we gotta learn, too much we gotta learn.
You are now tuned into BZNZ Internet Talk Radio, where the relationship talk is the conversation that never sleeps and the payoff is never cheap.
You already know how it go. You already know how it go. DJ, run that back.
We gon' talk about it, we gon' talk about it, we gon' talk about it. Situationships and relations. Tyron Joe the host, start the conversation. Too much we gotta learn, too much we gotta learn, too much we gotta learn, too much we gotta learn. BZNZ, Internet Talk Radio. We gon' talk about it, we gon' situationships and relations. Tyron Joe the host, start the conversation. Too much we gotta learn, too much we gotta learn.
Too much. Let's go. Too much we gotta learn. Let me play a little video for you real quick. We got some technical difficulties as always. This wouldn't be a BZNZ show if we didn't have technical difficulties. Man, let me see. Who do I want to play today? I'm gonna play a little video. Nephew Tommy. No, we ain't gonna play Nephew Tommy. Let's give him give him nephew Tommy. I need that 250. Yes, where Nephew Tommy at?
Hello.
Oh, I'm trying to reach Tiffany.
This is Tiffany. Who's calling?
This is Karan. How you doing?
Hi. Hey, I don't know.
You know what? I know we've been going back and forth on the site talking, and we haven't, really talked yet. So
yeah, it's okay. I just wasn't expecting a call, but yeah, it's good to hear from you. It's good to hear from you now.
We've been talking for texting and on the site for at least 5 weeks now.
Yeah, it's been really. I'm glad you called. For real, seriously. Like, and I love your voice. So I'm excited. Hey,
yeah.
What's up?
You got anything going on this weekend?
I don't think so. I just have to, go grocery shopping or whatever, but, other than that, I'm pretty open. What's up?
I was thinking maybe we get together, get a drink or two, just, kind of hang out a little bit, feel each other out. If you're feeling that, I don't want to...
Yeah, that's cool. We can get together. I'm interested, I'm happy you called, and I would love to see you this weekend. You got a place in mind?
I was thinking about letting you pick something because, I'd rather go somewhere where you're comfortable, an atmosphere that you're used to. I think that would be the best thing to do.
Okay. Well, let me look. Let me find out. I'll get back to you on that. But, yeah, I'm down, for sure.
Just want to hang out a little bit.
Me too.
Cool,
yeah.
Cool.
I'm excited.
Good. What's good for you? If you want to do something Friday or Saturday, it's up to you.
Yeah, let's do Saturday to give me, some time to get myself together.
Okay.
6 or 7.
Text me, the location or whatever, wherever you want me to be.
Okay, cool.
I'll be there.
Okay, cool.
Hey,
okay, cool. I can't wait to see you.
One more thing. Okay, let's do this first. Tell me this. What are we wearing? So I don't want to be overdressed or underdressed.
I don't really trip on that. First day could be chill. I'm not. We don't have to do a $500 dinner or nothing like that. You don't need on a tux. Gotcha. This ain't the Rock Nation brunch.
All right. But if you don't mind, if I could get you to do something for me, could I give you my Cash App?
For what?
Well, what I want to do is, sometimes these things actually go wrong. I don't see it going wrong with me and you because we've had, the way we've been chit-chatting and going back and forth on the site, things have been really, really well. But, I would like to get, a love deposit of $250. That way, if this go wrong, at least I haven't wasted my time. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. I'm just processing what just happened. You said you want me to get your Cash App and send you a love deposit of $200 and something $250. That way if this don't go right, then at least I have it's like a love deposit. If it goes right, then I give it back to you. If it don't go right, at least I haven't wasted my time. You see what I'm saying? Are you serious right now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. This is super weird and yeah, this is weird and I'm kind of I don't even really know what to say. Other than you could probably lose my number. You a weak dude. Don't call me. You're corny. I'm not interested. You're a bum. I'm straight. I don't know what else to say.
Okay, hold on. I wasn't all that.
No,
I wasn't all that.
Really
we've been talking for 5 weeks. Everything been good. We've been on the site talking to each other.
But you're weak though. You trying to ask me for a Cash App for real? A love deposit? How corny are you? Are you serious? Seriously?
Okay, listen,
you gotta be out of your mind.
If you believe, listen, look, Tiff, on the real. If you believe in yourself, then you deposit back. You know what I'm saying?
If I believe in myself, get your fool ass out of here. You have lost your f***ing mind, okay? Would you please, gather your thoughts? Because I don't know who you think you're talking to, for real. You know what I'm saying? So I need you to do two things. Lose my f***ing number and don't look for me, for real, straight up. This is ridiculous. This is stupid. You ignorant. For real, straight up.
Okay. Show me where I'm wrong. If you believe in yourself, though.
If I believe in myself, ass dude, what you mean if I believe in myself? If you believe in yourself, your ass will move around, get off the phone, and stop wasting my time. For real. I'm about to hang up right now. For real.
Okay. Listen.
This is a violation of my face. Straight up.
Okay, before you hang up, though. Hey, you could go your way, I can go mine. You don't want to cash out me the $250, cool. Got that.
Pass out the $250. Punch ass dude.
Okay, cool. Hey, it is. You know what? It is what it is. Is this your loss, though, Tiff? This your loss.
You gotta be out of your rabbit ass mind. Ain't no losses here.
Please like and subscribe.
Okay. You know what? I knew this was gonna happen. When a brother try to be real, this is what happens.
Hey, you might as well. Hey, turn around, go the other direction. Lock yourself up. Seriously. You want to talk about black men and brotherhood? It's a wrap for you. We don't need you out here. You're useless. Straight up. Don't call me. Destroy yourself. For real. I'm done with this. Goodbye.
Okay. Can I tell you something else before you leave real quick?
What?
I just want to let you know that this is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Your sister Lachey got me to prank phone call you. Your sister Lachey said you got to get my sister. She been on the line. She been on this dating site talking to this guy.
Ooh-wee. Well, greetings, ladies and gentlemen, to the BZNZ Internet Talk Radio Show, where I am indeed your gracious host, Tyron Joe. All right, man, tonight we got a show planned for you. It is designed with you in mind. That is, the topic is be a friend and not a twin. So we want to talk more in depth about friends and twins and the matching of energies later on tonight in the show. But we wanted to get some things done tonight, and communication technology is trying to act a little funny, but it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. I had to use another program today. Look like it's moving a little slow, but it's gonna be all right. Let me share this to the page real quick. Long as everybody can hear me. I see 3 people in there watching. Excuse me, the 3 people that's watching. Can you hear me? Can you see me? If you can hear me and see me, we rocking and rolling. We are rocking and rolling. Let me tag some folks. Let them know that we are live. Do me a favor. You do the same thing. Tag some people and let them know that the BZNZ Internet Talk Radio Show is live and they are ready to go strong and not long tonight. That's right. We are ready to go strong and not long. Keep in mind, also remember to take your vitamins. Take your vitamins. All right, somebody said yes. I got a yes. Ebony, shout out to Ebony. Man, take your vitamins. You know what I mean? That beast of a disease is out there and it is killing people indeed. And we gotta stay steadfast, and we gotta have an immune system like a cannon. That mug gotta be strong. It's gotta be tight. Yeah, you feel me? And so, hey, I'm just like you. I'm working on mine. So remember to take your vitamins, some of your trace minerals, zinc, sodium. Let's stop right there. Sodium indeed is a trace mineral. You may not know that, but sodium is a trace mineral. Potassium tastes close to sodium. Believe it or not, potassium tastes almost as much like sodium does. I've had the pleasure of taking them both raw. Like the potassium, I got the liquid potassium, and I shot that in my mouth one time, and that taste is so strong. But I let you know though, it's getting the job done. It is getting the job done. So take you some chromium, take you some magnesium, take you some manganese. These are all trace minerals that our bodies need. You know what I'm saying? To continue to thrive. That's exactly what our body needs. A lot of times, we think a lot of times, we thinking is one thing, but all it is, we just might need to get these minerals up inside of us. Not only that, water. Drink plenty of water. I know I ain't been saying it. I've been saying it a lot here lately, but real men, real men. I know. Of course, I know. Women drink water. Of course, we want our women to drink water. But it's just a funny little slogan that says "Real men drink water," because what? Our ladies need us to be King Kong in the bed. If we not drinking our water, what? We can't use our third leg. Come on now. Everything I said is nothing but actual facts. Everything I said is nothing but actual facts. It might be funny, but it's actual facts. Is that we have to get to a place, ladies and gentlemen, whereas we're drinking our water. We got to get to a place whereas when we even talk about sex, is that the type of sex and how we have sex is based upon how we treat our body. It is based upon how we treat our body. Okay. I know that temptation is strong out there. And what I mean by temptation, you got cake, pop, you got potato chips, you got all this that's out here that's luring. But you also got fruit, vegetables. Come on now. You got all that too. That's here to save your life. But we had them days where hell, I'm gonna hey, screw it. I'm gonna eat what I want to eat. Let me give a shout out to Ebony and Yvonne, man. Got the co-workers in the building. Man, that's what's up right there. The co-workers are in the building, man. All right, we're gonna set it off tonight. We're gonna set it off just right tonight. Man. All right, hopefully I can add some more. I got some more picks and stuff that I need to add. I will add those a little bit later, but let's get to this part. Let's get to this portion of the show. Oh man, we got to give out our condolences. This is the first of the year. We kind of like we starting a little bit backwards, but hey, we had to get them interviews out the way, and we got plenty more interviews coming with the conversations with the clergy. We got plenty more of that coming. But man, rest in peace. Oh man, rest in peace to Ian Alexander Jr. Let us all remember in prayer Miss Regina King. Let us all remember her in prayer, her and family in prayer. Bob Sage. Oh man, I'm gonna get to get that off there. Charge it to my head, not my heart. But it's supposed to be Bob Saget. Rest in peace. Betty White, rest in peace. Sidney Poitier, rest in peace. These are all people I grew up watching. Well, not Ian Alexander, but the latter three. I grew up watching them on TV. Ian's mother, I grew up watching her on TV. These are all people that I knew very well. I didn't know them very well, but I watched them a lot on TV. So rest in peace. Rest in peace. Oh man. Much prayer. But here's something. Here's something I want to talk about. That is the Tasha K situation and what's her name? Cardi B. And I know we don't get into no celebrity gossip type stuff, but this was a monumental case that happened the other day, and that is Tasha K got sued by Cardi B, and Cardi B won all for gossip, and not just gossip, but it was unwarranted gossip. Whereas a lot of this was a lot of this wasn't even facts. There was a lot of lies going on, and Cardi B lawyers tried to offer that cease. Yeah, I mean that cease and desist, and yeah, I mean she wasn't really going. She wasn't going, so they had to do something. They had to do something to get her to stop. And not only that, they sent her, from what I hear, they sent her plenty cease and desist letters, different attorneys, and she still kept going spreading rumors and lies about Cardi B. Cardi B said, "All right, we got to get her where it hurt at." So man, it came out in the news the other day that man Tasha K got to pay up 3.8 mil. So that's just, you might as well say 4 mil. She got to pay up 4 mil because she, not just couldn't keep her mouth shut, but she was lying. And that's why on this show, I don't really like to say people's names too much, especially, celebrities' names. I don't really like to even talk about that pandemic because I know they taking people's YouTube pages and we're taking their videos, and sometimes they take your page down. Depends on how much you done said about this pandemic. So I try to keep it cool. But at the end of the day, there are times where I will talk. There are times where I will speak and say some things. And hey, at those times, they can take the page, do whatever they want, because sometimes stuff needs to be said. But as far as Cardi B and Tasha K, it's just crazy because yeah, I think so. She said, did they charge her with defamation of character? I believe they did. I don't know what all they charged her with. I know she got to pay that penny because 1.25 gonna go to Cardi, then like 1.3 gonna go to Tasha's attorney. And from what I hear, they said her attorney didn't do no type of good job. Then the other one, the other meal, and some going to punitive damages. So and I'm saying this because with the sometimes we might want to talk about stuff going to the news. And the thing is, you got to talk about if you're gonna talk about it, you got to talk about what actually has been said. You can't be making stuff up. You cannot make stuff up. You got to talk about what has been said. Like this dude right here. I'm about to talk about it. Hold on. Really, his daddy. We need to talk about his daddy because, oh my God, hold on. How could I do that? How could I make a list saying rest in peace to all these people? And man, this is the anniversary of when, man, one of my favorite ball players passed away. My boy Kobe Bryant, man. Oh my God, hold on, man. I gotta let the bombs out for Kobe Bryant, man. Rest in peace to Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gigi. This is the 2-year anniversary. Man, but this boy's father, and I'm gonna refer to him as a boy. That's what he is. He's a boy. I'm not calling him no damn girl. He's a boy. This boy's father allowed him to turn Kobe Bryant's jersey into a dress. But folks up here talking about woman bashing and folks talking about misogyny and all this. But here you have a basketball player that allegedly is heterosexual, but sometimes he gives me the vibes
that he might have a little bit of homo inside of him. Not only that, I mean, he married a woman that I know for a fact then turned him out. I believe she made him. No, I don't even want to go too deep off into that, but woo. Why would you do Kobe like that on his anniversary, his 2-year anniversary of not being on Earth with us? Come on, man, make this make sense. Why would you do that, D Wade? This is unacceptable. You got this little boy in a dress talking about you honoring Kobe. Come on, man. Where you at, John? Turn your camera on, John. Can you hear me, John? Can you hear me, John? Big John, can you hear me? I don't know, man. Can you hear me, John? Hold on. Let's see if we can add him. John. No, John ain't came back. Absolutely. I totally agree. That is disrespectful to Kobe. They put this boy in a dress. And what make me mad? People think that's so nice, that's pretty, that's normal. No, that's not normal, man. This man's death that we talking about. This man been gone from the earth 2 years, him and his baby girl, him and his daughter. And you gonna honor this man by putting this little boy in a dress. Man, get off my screen. Get this dude above my screen, man, because this is really horrible, man. I mean, wait. Well, folks, they want to do riots. They want to go have protests for misogyny, and they want to have protests for this. This is. I mean, for real, this is like washing away. What can I say? What would you call it? Washing away masculinity. That's what this is. This is an erasing and a washing away of masculinity. Man, where did John go? Trying to get John on the line. I see you in there, John. Let me see anybody in the phone queue. No, ain't nobody in that phone queue yet. Let me put the number. Oh, that's what I was supposed to be doing. Putting the number on the screen for you. Put the number on the screen. But now this is totally disrespectful, man. Honor that man in that type of light. So yeah, we gotta talk about these things. We gotta really hone in on what the oh man, I ain't get a chance to even see the clip, D. You had to send it to me. You gotta send that to me a little bit earlier. You sent it to me right at the beginning of the show. I may not catch it. I see something about Desi Banks, but I gotta look at it before I put it up on the big screen. Might have to put that on the big screen next week. Yeah, catch me at least early in the day, because right before the show, I got all kind of stuff going on. Like right now, I still got some tech issues that I'm trying to get fixed up real quick, because I got some more stuff on the screen that I got something up with John's phone, because I see he done went back out. Let me see. Effeminization. Yeah. The effeminization of the black male. Facts. John, there's something up with your phone, John. Everybody else said they could hear me. Let's see now. Hold on. John.
What's going on?
Oh, okay. Now you on. Man, you see that boy in that dress?
Yeah, I saw it.
They said they honored Kobe.
They honoring who?
Kobe.
Man, I'm just at this point for them to do that. I feel like they just. It's like I'm tired of hearing and seeing that shit.
Yeah,
I'm tired of hearing and seeing it, and then them saying, "Oh, we're trying to honor this person by putting the boy in a dress."
Come on, man.
I say, y'all stop it. Get the fuck out of here. And I'm very sensitive. I'm very sensitive to anybody who want to be their own sexual preference. But when you try to push it on other people,
yeah,
then we gotta admit that that's disrespectful too.
Mm-hmm.
And as a heterosexual male, I'm tired of seeing that shit because I feel like you pushing it on.
Mm-hmm. That's what it look like. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's what they do with all our black holidays. They pushing that on our black holidays. Like Martin Luther King Day, I mean, now it has been reduced to a day where people go and clean up the streets. That ain't what Martin Luther King was doing.
Right.
Up. He went out there with no broom and all that mess. But that's what they doing.
Right. That I guess that's their way of watered down way of doing something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of saying, the laws that they got in place are still wrong, they do stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or sitting down and actually teaching the kids the violent stuff he had to go through. Oh, let's clean up the community. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it seems like they're throwing you off on purpose.
Right. Even the June, even Black History Month. Man, they don't water Black History Month down so much. I see now, when I first started this podcast, a lot of people we was talking on there, a lot of my co-hosts I had then, a lot of them was saying that should not be a Black History, that we shouldn't even celebrate Black History Month. And I was like, oh hell no, I'm ride for Black History Month. But I see now, I'm really starting to see now why they ain't trying to celebrate it, because of how they just whitewashed it. You know what I'm saying? What do they play? What do they play on TV? They play Roots. We tired of looking at some damn Roots.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Roots now. I love Roots. Alex Haley did a great job. But every year, that's all you're gonna play on in February. Every year you're gonna play Roots.
You're gonna see Roots and Shaka Zulu.
Shaka Zulu. Come on now. Man, that is sad, man. Straight up. Man, let's see if the heat is in. Look like she might be having some phone. Yeah, you might be having a little phone issue, Heat. Trying to wait till you come back in. Yeah, man. Put that boy in the dress. Hey, you hear about that Tasha K situation with Cardi B?
No, I didn't. What happened with that?
Man, she running her mouth too much, man. And not just running her mouth too much, she was lying. That's the thing. It's one thing to be a gossip, entertainer, but you can't be lying though. You gotta have the facts. And that's what the problem was. She didn't have the facts. She was lying, she was lying it up.
You get what you get.
Man, talk real bad about that woman, talking about she had STDs and this and that. But I'm gonna tell you what got me though. She gave a statement yesterday, I believe. She gave a statement. Could have been earlier today. And it was horrible. I mean, I had to say this, Tasha. It was horrible because you put on there talking about it was an attack by the machine. No, there wasn't no attack by the machine. That came out your mouth that you said the girl had an STD and she doing this and she doing that. See, when I talk about Cardi B, I go off of what Cardi B said. She said that she drugged. She said that she used to drug and rape niggas when she was in the club stripping.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she said.
Yeah, you know, they just, you know, to the point now where they just pushing all this negative stuff in our brain to the point where it's other stuff that we could be worried about. You know what I mean? It's more important stuff that we should be worried about, but they push this trash on us, you know, black boys in a dress and all of this, and you know, it's just a lot of other stuff going on that we should be focused on. We lost a lot of people in the last 5 years, people we didn't think was ever gonna lose, and we lost them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure did. Lost them, and but you know we hung up on all this other silly stuff. You know what I mean? Hung up on all this silly crazy stuff. But we got to get moving on here with our topic tonight. We let Kiki figure out that phone situation later on. I got a video real quick I want to play. So I'm trying to use this other software and it's trying to act up on me tonight, but we're gonna do it anyhow. Let's go ahead and play this video. We'll be right back.
This is my season for grace and favor. Michael, them chords gonna make somebody run around this church. Don't play them chords. Them chords gonna make somebody lose their mind. This is my season. Grace and favor. This is my season to reap what I have sown.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Tyron Joe here with the BZNZ Internet Talk Radio Show. Look like you have caught me on my way coming home from work or coming to my hotel from work, whichever one. But I'd like to formally introduce you and formally welcome you to our 2022 calendar year for the podcast. Let's see here. We have some exciting things going on. A few of which I'll speak about right now. That is, we have conversations with the clergy. Many of you have expressed your interest in knowing more about church and getting more topics, hearing more things about church and God and Jesus. So what we're gonna do? I have a list of preachers. Really, it don't matter who you are. If you say you're a preacher or a pastor, we want you to come on and talk. But there's some that has declined our invitation. So we're gonna go with the ones they do, and this is how it happens. Whenever they say they are available, we are going to put our normal program on hold. We're gonna get some teaching in. Please believe there's gonna be some teaching, so don't get discouraged on that end. But put our normal program on hold on dating and relationships, and we're going to hear from the pastors, preachers, teachers, clergymen. We are going to hear from them. Also, this brand new right here. My co-hosts don't even know nothing about this one. The month. Well, I ain't gonna say the month. I want to say Valentine's Day, 2022. That's coming up real quick in a few weeks. What we're going to do? We are going to. I'm going to pay for a date. This has gonna work. I need one man and I need one woman that is not a part of my podcast, that is not, not a commentator, that's not a co-host, none of that, but maybe a viewer of the podcast, a supporter of the podcast. We're looking for you. And we're looking to match you guys up. Two things I need you to do. Come on to the show before Valentine's Day, and then after Valentine's Day, do the follow-up show. You do those two things, I will reimburse you how much ever you paid for that date. How about that? Can't be beat. Can
Kenny. Also, we got merchandise. We got merch. Please get you some merch if you're interested in it. Go ahead and hit up the Instagram page. Let me know your t-shirt. Let me know what color and size, and we'll get that taken care of. I'm gonna leave you with this, and I'll probably come back in a few weeks and give you another greetings. But some things just think about for this year. Be a friend and not a twin. Real men drink water because our ladies need us to be King Kong in the bed. If you don't drink your water, you can use your third leg. And also, here's our last one. Last thing that I want you guys to take off for the year. Do not reason with the season. Don't reason with the season. Just accept it and live in it. Peace. Be blessed.
They're not ready. I see you, Brian. You might as well come on down here and join the party.
All right, I'm back. We back, man. This is our season. Grace and favor to reap what we have sown. Then we're gonna make it personal. This is my season. Grace, favor to reap what we sown. Read what I have sown, man. Shout out to Mike Burrell on that organ. Boy, that boy Mike Burrell, he is a jazz and gospel organist. Boy, that boy is beast mode. Those of you may know, that's one of my favorite instruments, the organ. One of these days, I'm gonna learn how to play that thing, and I'm gonna make that thing talk just like Mike Burrell, Corey Henry. We're gonna even shout out Kiana's brother, Keith Wolf. Man, they be killing on that organ. Man, so hold on one second. We're gonna get started with tonight's topic real quick, but I gotta do something. I gotta get it set. There we go. We gotta get it set. Man, so yeah, y'all seen the announcements. Man, we looking for you. Anybody, any man, any woman that's not a part of this podcast. I don't want to see you if you're part of this podcast talking about going on a date. Anybody that's not a part of this podcast, that's a viewer. You got somebody you want to date. That day, we make a match. I'm gonna pay for the date. Can't beat that, can you? But you get some things that you got to do for me. There's some things you got to do for me before we can make it legit. Well, tonight we're talking about being a friend, not a twin. We're going to put these notes up on the board. Let's get it popping. We're going to put these notes up on the board for you. That's it. But it's something I want to do before we put the notes up on the board. Something I want to say real quick before we put our notes already up there, but something I want to say. That is, hold on, let me see. Do I have it? There we go. Watch out there now. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you for being a friend. travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me. And the card attached would say, what? Thank you for being a friend. Once again, rest in peace to Betty White. Shout out to Cynthia Fee, the lady that sung that song. Tonight, as we dive into this discussion of being a friend and not, being a friend and not a twin. I put up a post the other day and it said, in today's world, we must stop with the matching of energies and we must seek to understand why things happen. One of the words that I wanted to look up in the song said confidant. I wanted to look that up. So I looked up the word confidant because I wanted to see exactly what does that word mean and why did they choose to put that word in the song. And it says the word means a person with whom one shares a secret or a private matter, trusting them not to repeat it to others. Thank you for being a friend. Then the other word I wanted to look up was the word true. And there's a whole bunch of definitions in that word that, man, I got to read some of these. True, it says real or actual. It says accurate or exact. It says loyal or faithful. It says honest. We appeal to all good men and true to rally to us. That was I guess the sentence. But we're gonna stop right there. Talk about the honest. The question tonight is, ladies and gentlemen, do you really want a friend? We ain't even got down to the dating and the relationship side of the game. But we want to know, do you really want a friend or do you want a twin? Do you want somebody that's going to go along just to get along? Shout out to Kwame Brown. Do you want somebody that's just, they going to just let everything you say slide for the sake of losing you as a so-called friend? Or do you want a friend that's going to tell you the truth in season and out of season? Do you want a friend that's gonna be like, bruh, you got a big booger hanging out your nose? Hello? I have seen it where people have really got offended because you told them there was a booger hanging out their nose as opposed to letting that booger just sit there. See, this is what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about being a friend, not a twin. You see what I'm saying? When we step over into the twin territory, do you know what happens when you step over to the twin territory? You have began to match the energy of that person. And if you are designed to be feminine, you have now tapped into masculine. If you are designed to be masculine, you have now tapped into feminine. So this is what we must watch out and look for as we are trying to match other people's energy. It is not the natural order of things. So for this year, 2022, we want to have one of the overall focuses as like I said in the video, we got to focus on real men drink water and don't reason with the season. Just accept it and live in it. But also being a friend and not a twin. This is, as in your platonic relationships, friendships with people, and also with your chemical friendships with men and women. We gotta first be a friend. You can't be, talking about love. Well, when I looked into his eyes, when I looked into her eyes, I fell in love. No, that's your problem. Because you failed. That's your problem right there. You should have been looking at your feet. Watch where your feet is stepping, okay? Because when you ain't looking where your feet, if you ain't looking where your feet is at, you might trip and fall, and that's what happened. He failed or she failed in love. But as we continue on with tonight's topic, that is to seek to be that friend, seek to tell them the truth, But I'm gonna say this though, man, you gotta watch how you say it though sometimes, because sometimes the way you tell a person the truth says a lot about you. Come on, the way you tell the person the truth says a lot about you. Like, you know what, man, the way you said that, I'm trying to figure out whose side are you on. Come on now, thank you for telling me that, but whose side are you on? So, that's just something to look at as well when you are being a friend and when you are, being a confidant, when you are being true, when you are being honest. This is all characteristics. This is all characteristics of a friend, okay? But I'm gonna tell you so much of what I'm just saying. Well, such and such came by the other day. Yeah, I had sex with him, or yeah, I had sex with her. But that's not the messed up part. The messed up part is when the friend be like, yeah, girl, I would have did it too. No. You know what right is right and wrong is wrong. Or maybe you don't know. Hello. Maybe you don't know what right is right and wrong is wrong. You need to be taught. You need to be taught what that is. Let's go to the garden. Y'all know that's one of our passages right there, going into the garden. Adam, when Adam was in the garden, we talking about matching of energies. When Adam was in the garden, let me tell you, okay, this man, he had, been working all day and it was hot. God had told him, he said, you gotta, take dominion over the earth. And he took dominion over the earth, but this particular day, it was hot. He had been working in the garden. And what happened? Mouth was dry, he was sweating. And so when Eve came with that cold slice of a watermelon, he, you know what I'm saying, he didn't question it. And the minute he took that first bite, that's when his energy matched hers. Come on, tell me I'm lying. That's when his energy matched hers, because you know what happened? They both began to know that they was naked. So now they both running through the garden, grabbing fig tree leaves, covering themselves up. Matching of energies. I was on a podcast the other day with a young brother, and it was something he said too. I brought that up, and he said something too. He said, as far as Adam, there should have been a conversation to be had before that day came along. Come on now. There should have been a conversation to establish lordship. Come on now. Crazy part, Eve, she knew just exactly what God said. But she allowed that serpent to seduce her. Hello. She allowed that serpent to seduce her. Let me say this real quick. The call-in number is right at the bottom of the screen. Area code 323-870-4617. Area code 323-870-4617 to press the number 1 to speak. Tonight, we are being challenged to be a friend, not a twin, to stop the matching of energies and to seek as to why things are happening in our life. Time out for going along just to get along, but to reach for higher goals. That's the vision for 2022. We're reaching for higher. You can't reach for higher if you're trying to be the same. Well, he ate up all the bologna, so you know what? I'm gonna eat up all the bread. She ate up all the cookies, so you know what? I'm gonna eat up all the ice cream. Who's benefiting from that? When she go low, you go high. When he go low, you go high. Come on now. What is the problem in that? Is there a problem? But that's what this matching of energy is. Well, anything you can do, I can do better. Every game you played, I already played. You can't BS a BSer. No, we gotta cut that out. 2022. When they go low, all right, I'm gonna stay high. And remove yourself from the situation real quick. Because as long as you stay there now, you might end up falling, going low with them. Okay, all right, let me get on about your way real quick, because you messing up. Well, all right, let me bring in John. See what John got going on. Go ahead, John. I don't know where John then went. Let's go to the phone queue. Bring in D. Yo, D, you live.
Hey, what's up, boss man?
Man, you got it going on?
All right, boss man. How you doing?
Good.
Everything okay?
Yes, sir.
Good. You got a pretty nice topic going there. If you could, I'd like to take about 30 seconds to shoot off a RIP, if it's okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, some of these people I've had the pleasure of performing with at the Ohio Valley Jazz Festival that they used to have in Ohio back years ago. Want to say very quickly, Mr. Rowley's granddaughter, she has, she's got a little thing going on where she's did a remake of his song "The Thrill Is Gone."
Mm-hmm.
She did a remake of B.B. King's "Thrill Is Gone." So his granddaughter, she's knocking out with that. And I want to say rest in peace quickly to James and Toomey, the good guy that wrote Juicy Fruit.
Yep, Juicy Fruit.
He's a little bit old for some of you young fellas. And also young man by the name of Calvin Simmons for Parliament Funkadelics. He's passed.
Oh, man.
Also, the drummer for the Ohio Players, Mr. He's gone, Mr. Fred Pepper. And also, very quickly as I shut up, a young man by the name of Jesse Lee Daniels. He was the pioneering act for the 4 MDs. He's gone.
Wow.
All of that, if you guys like to, my professor always said, when you do research, fact check it. That's on soultracks.com. You guys can get that.
Man, they all rest in peace.
This thing about that's some of what I consider great music, the 70s and the 80s. And I hope young folks don't try to beat me up for this, but this hip hop stuff I can't much work with. Also, this relationship thing, it kind of boggles my mind when younger lady hooked up with an older man and then she tries to raise him. Now, first of all, you got to understand, this man's got some age on you. He's got wisdom and knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you want to try to raise an old man? That's kind of wild right there. Some women,
that all started in the garden.
But some women, well, that's a that's a topic for another show when they want to get into bestiality. I'll prove my point when I say that, but a lot of people can't digest it. But anyway.
Wow. Bestiality.
Anyway, man, a lot of women cannot really handle a good man. They want to throw all of these stipulations in there. If he's following God, if he's doing this, if he's doing that. First of all, lady, get in your lane. The man is supposed to come for you. You ain't supposed to go out there fishing. So when you cast your line out into the ocean and you get what you get, shut up and enjoy it, because you didn't take time to let the man come to you. And why would you holler if he's following God? If you had been following God, you would have allowed the man to come to you. Now I'll sit back and drink a Pepsi, brother.
No, wait, stop right there. Go deeper. If you had been following God, you would allow the man to come to you. Go deeper.
Well, see, it's kind of hard for women to accept the fact that they will never be equal to a man. And most women that like to play like, excuse me for cussing like that, but they like to play like they're in church. They holler, I'm following God. God's a man. In the book of Corinthians, you'll find out that the Apostle Paul said that when a woman marries a man, her man becomes her Lord and her cover. So I don't want to get too much into that kind of stuff. Last time I talked about men being over a woman, somebody threw a tomato at me when they saw me on the street. It's back off of that.
I mean, you know what? That's just the real deal. D is that the man really is the head over woman. Is God in Christ, Christ in man, man over woman, and woman over children. But I just don't get it, man. This day and age we live in, they don't want to accept that. And you know, like a brother said last night on the podcast, we can't go around beating our chests, hollering about it. All we can do is just move on. Like, all right, you don't want to accept the fact that I'm here, that my position here is very weighty. It's a weighty position, and you're not really respecting the position. So I must leave and be Lord over someone else's home.
Let me throw this at you, my brother. You know, in a couple of weeks, a couple of days, they're going to be what the man has given them the shortest month of the year to celebrate Black History. Is that not correct?
That's correct.
Now, a lot of these women have taken and got sidetracked. Now, that must be all the pork. Must be all the pork that they're eating, because sometimes when people eat a lot of pork, they can't get themselves together. Now, here's the
actual fact.
They have taken the civil rights bill. They took the civil rights bill and went crazy with it. Back in the 60s, when there was love, peace, and hippies and yappa-dabba-doos, and everybody was loving everybody, the blacks and the whites and everybody else was loving it, and it was all about peace, love, and happiness.
Yeah.
Some woman got crazy from eating a bunch of pork, and she decided, hey, how about women's lib? And a whole lot of women that got crazy, and they run around with this statement in their head, I can do anything a man can do. Mm-hmm. First of all, if you can do anything a man can do, how come you get yourself pregnant? So, you know, when I hear a woman say that she don't need a man, I get nervous, because I'm trying to figure out, if you don't need a man, who gonna fix your car when it breaks down? Mm-hmm. Okay. If you don't need a man, why you got to hold a man's arm so tight when you're walking down the street and you see three brothers coming down the street?
Come on. Teach.
No, I ain't messing with relationships too much, because, see, a lot of women want to talk the talk, but can't walk the walk. First of all, ladies, let's understand our place. I am not saying that a man had to treat a woman like Master did on the plantation. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying, woman, stay in your lane. Admit to yourself that you will never, ever be equal to a man. If you ever be equal to a man, you cannot get to heaven because God is the spirit of a man.
Wait, man, I see Mary Kennedy came and lit up the chat. Man, shout out to Mary Kennedy. And she put on that teach. She put
Yeah,
teach.
my brother, you know, a lot of women, I see a lot of women throwing things out, you know, and they just really want to say that they like a man and they don't need a man for this and they don't need a man for that. And if you, that very woman that says she don't need a man, if you be around her for 28, I'd say from 24 to 48 hours, you'll find out within that time frame she's gonna need a man for something. Hey, can you take this top off? I can't screw it off, but I don't need a man.
Yeah.
Can you fix a flat? I don't know how to do it except drive the car, put the key in the ignition and turn it.
It's, you know what I'm gonna say, it's time out for the, I mean, it's really time out for the strong black woman persona. You know what I'm saying? Ladies, what we need y'all to do is to admit that you are vulnerable and you can't do nothing without us. And you know what I'm saying? And that right there will help us take our perspective role. I know y'all about to go in, but hey, I had to say it. Let's bring the heat in real quick. I hope the heat's phone working.
What it do?
You already know.
I'm in this hospital and I'm listening to this trash online. I'm gonna just give it to you real. It's not about needing a man. It's not about a whole lot of things. We need to get to the root of the problem. And we see things all across the board, people coming in and having their conversation, teach, do this, do that, but we're not getting to the root of the problem. Just because you are a strong black woman does not necessarily mean that you do not need the male species. But I will tell you this, it's a lot that a strong black, I didn't interrupt anybody, so please don't interrupt me.
No, ain't nobody saying nothing. Ain't nobody interrupting you.
I'm hearing stuff in the background and I don't want to hear it, but I will say this, and I'm on another, like I'm dealing with other stuff as well as trying to be on here, but I will say this, just as much as we need the black man, y'all need the black woman. Now if you don't, then you just gay. And I don't have nothing against gays, but I'm gonna give it to you real. There are women that can pop the front of their car, that men that can't. We need to find our lane and stay in our lane, because I remember one thing, my daddy taught me how to change a tire. My daddy taught me how to change oil. My daddy taught me how to, and that's just my dad. But I know that doesn't happen all the way across the board. But that never means, I'm not even talking about you, because I see what you're saying across here. Please define what a strong black woman is. It ain't you. So let me just deal with that now. But I will say this, when we have to step up, when a woman has to step up and do what she has to do, that's what she will do. That doesn't take from the black man. That just means when a woman has to step up and do what she has to do, she has to do that. We're missing the point. We're missing the point. It's not about what we make it in our little opinions and stuff. Man, let that stuff ride. We need each other. And I'm gonna end it there. That means I need you and you need me. Now quit acting. We already know that the man has the forefront. The woman has where she's supposed to be submissive to the man, but the man needs to be submissive to God. And there's no way in this world that you're going to get any woman that has common sense to stand up under a man and say she's going to be submissive, but he has no order in front of him. Get out of here, man. You talking to the heat, and I'm going to give it to you all day. And anybody that comes across here, I'm going to read it, and I'm going to let you know what it is. But it's the queen that's on the scene. If you need to inbox me, you know where to reach me. It's Q Wolf, Kiana Wolf, QUIANAWOLFE. Reach it however you need to reach it.
Kiki, calm down. Kiki, calm down. Stop being
Now,
gangster.
don't say that I need to calm down. I'm just being who I need to be right at the moment. There is, and that's another thing.
Right.
We think that Black women are angry and all this just because I'm firm about what I'm saying and very, very passionate. Does not mean anything.
I don't think you're angry. I'm just saying you're getting gangsters and stuff. Like, calm down.
No, it ain't gangster yet. It ain't gangster till I pull up something else. But it is the he speaking though. So
I'm also come to the inbox, pull up in the inbox. Girl, stop.
No, I'm just saying if you want to question it, because I do conversation all day. So y'all can talk to me. I'm very open about what it is. But go on and put that across here. Go ahead and put across the board what it says so I can respond to it.
Mary, check your inbox. I sent you the link, Mary. Check your inbox. Come on through, Mary.
Come on through.
Because I don't know where John went. I think John's phone shut off on him too.
If you call the governor, you can call him if you want to.
But I want to say something to your point though, Q Wolf the Heat, is that men, we don't negate the fact that we need our women. Let me ask, do you hear a lot of men saying
y'all do because y'all downplay women? Some of y'all downplay women, some of y'all bash women. And at the end of the day, you need a woman unless you just want to deal with a man.
Okay, let me ask you.
That's real talk, man.
I get you, but I'm saying how we supposed to have sex with women if you know what I'm saying, if we don't need them? How we supposed to have sex if we don't need our women?
Just because you have sex doesn't mean anything. That's a momentary thing. That means when you have sexual relations, that happens for the moment. A lot of y'all don't even need sex. Y'all need wisdom.
We don't need.
Come on, man. Bring the next.
We need.
I got this all day, man.
Okay. Well,
I'll do this alone, man.
Let me bring up your girl. She in the queue. We're gonna bring her on up.
Bring her in.
Bring her on up. Right through. Mary Kennedy. What's
Absolutely. Grand day, Royals. How are you?
Good.
How you doing, Queen?
Oh, forever good. It's been a long time.
Oh, it has. Grand. Why did you need me to come through, King? I thought that the comments were definitely apparent.
I asked you to, explain yourself. So, explain yourself instead of what you was doing in the inbox. Talk about what you're saying as far as, and you're right. I was understanding the comments, but explain yourself for the listeners about you said you're not vulnerable, but you said you definitely understand the significance of a man.
Oh, absolutely. It's called Rock True Order. He put this in place. God established his kingdom. He established his order. Prior to woman even being here on earth, it was just man, and man was content in the presence of God. He didn't even know he needed anything. It was God who looked and said, it wasn't good for a man who is content in his presence, doing what he came here to do, cultivating and dominating. It wasn't good for that man to be alone. And so that's when he went to take out the rib and create Womb Man, which is about functionality. It is about her being an incubator. She's in place, only one, to help. God called her help. It was Womb Man it was Adam that named her Womb Man. So our only job here is to help and nothing more. And a queen is submissive in mind, heart, spirit, which means she also has control. You know what I'm saying? She has temperance. She has love. Because if she doesn't, then she's not able to fulfill the obligation that she's supposed to do here, which is to help with the re-imaging of man. But we just here to help. All this extra is not necessary because it's breaking down our kings. It's putting more on our kings than necessary. So that's why it's our job to have ourselves under submission prior to entering into a relationship with anybody. And you shouldn't enter into a relationship with any king that is not mature. So if you're involving yourself, and this is, again, taking that ownership, as women. Ain't nobody did nothing to you. I'm not talking to anybody specific. I'm saying in general, whether that's man or woman, nobody has hurt you. You have placed yourself in a position to be hurt. A lot of people are out here playing exclusive relationship. They playing house. They playing make believe. They playing pretend. And then when the other party says, I don't want to play this game no more, I want to actually live in reality, then people get attitudes. Then people try to shift blame. And so this is something that is continuously going on. And then you find people who are bitter and broken. But the thing about it is, it's because you hurt yourself. So there's nobody to blame. And anytime you see people participating in blame game, that's because they're operating from a fleshly perspective. They're operating from their emotional sense. And God told all of us, dead in your emotions. You shouldn't even be playing with those. You should have that under submission and under control as well. So that's the comment that I'm making in that I was pretty much making. And I totally agree with D. There is order in the kingdom, and it has nothing to do with whether or not we can do what a man could do. That's not the question. Can you obey what he said? That's the question. That's always been a question that's before mankind, not just a woman or a man. It's before mankind. Can you be obedient? And this goes back to just rock true parenting. He did not tell you obey your mother and your father because it's good. He told you because I said. Not because they're good or they do. Hold on, Queen.
No,
just like you said. Hold on. Can I hold on? I'm so sorry. So when you just said to somebody else that they were interfering with you, don't do that to me. You don't have to be rude to me.
A little bit
You
too
don't.
long.
Hold on. Again, I say,
and I'm a co-host, so I'm trying to figure out how you go on and say what you're gonna say, so I can handle what you're saying.
You don't have to walk around as a man beating your chest. If you a co-host, be a co-host. That means you're not the host of the show. You co.
That does mean that.
No, it means you co.
Does mean that,
no, it means you co. So again, so we'll go back to my king. If you would like to either mute her or I'll just leave because you invited me here.
I will leave. Leave.
Okay, hold on.
Lack of.
You can do either one. It
lack
don't matter.
Lack of self-control.
Don't
lack of self-control. Girl, you don't bother me. You don't bother me at all. You showing everybody.
It doesn't matter. Say what you need to say.
Look, we not gonna do that. We ain't gonna even do that.
No, we're not gonna do what?
No, the argument.
But what I won't do is I done talked for 2 minutes. You got a person on here talking 5 minutes, 10 minutes, still talking, and it always happens to me. Still talking, but I'm a co-host. So I'm gonna tell you like this, and I'm gonna tell everybody like this. It ain't no thing, because I know how to be quiet. However, don't do the sub things that you do. If you speaking to me, you speak to me, because I'm gonna speak to you when I speak. That's why I said when it came across here, I'm gonna talk directly to you. And you don't know me. So you keep it that way. Now I can be easy all day or I can be hard all day. Whenever I get to do with it, I said a woman and a man need each other, or there will be no use for y'all or us.
And
if you can't comprehend it, listen, if you can't comprehend it that way, that's on you. Comprehend. And really I can get off here because I don't do ignorance.
Let's bring in D. Go ahead, D.
Bruh, ladies, we're saying we're queens, but we're acting like heathens. Now calm down a little bit. Listen.
No, I'm not a heathen, and I'm not acting like one. Y'all need to when y'all listen. When you speak to me, speak respectfully, because I don't disrespect nobody.
Okay, I apologize. Everybody can be.
No,
wrong.
I don't do, Mr. D. I don't do that. I don't do that ignorance. But I sure said it straight.
Listen to this. Listen to this. the program
Time's
is
up. TikTok,
about
TikTok.
relationships.
Go, go ahead, D.
If a man, I've heard several times throughout the years, I've heard different people say that there was a lady that was an evangelist. I believe she came on and said that if her man was following God, she would follow her man, and different things like that. Now, for the religious people, there's only one way to do it. You either follow the book or you get off the pot. Now, for people that are secular people, I mean, you can do whatever you want to do, because, I mean, if you're on your way to hell and you're going to hell in a handbag, go ahead on and go. But see, the scripture says, why call me Lord, Lord, and not do the things I say? So when we start putting stipulations in what the word says, then we then automatically try to change God, and that ain't going to happen. First, there was man. There was man. Man had dominion over everything that was on the earth. You show me difference in the Bible, I'll eat the whole Bible without hot sauce, but I will use ketchup and a Pepsi. Now, a lot of people wants to take and say, this is my interpretation. This is the way I see it. But you don't find nowhere in the Bible where Jesus said, this is what I say. This, he don't say this is my interpretation or this is your interpretation. He said you go it by the way. When they got ready to kill him, he said, it is written. And he always called back to it is written. In other words, telling us, if we're going to have a foundational type relationship, we must do like the book said. The woman cannot go picking the man. The man has to pick the woman. And if the woman wants to pick the man, the woman needs to shut up and enjoy what she done got herself in. I'll say this because I have been in counseling with different people before they got married. And I've told some people before they got married, I said, I give you 6 months and y'all be getting a divorce. 3 months later, they can't stand each other after they done got married. See, if I was in a position to marry somebody, I would put them through the test like the book. The book put them through a test before they were able to join themselves. Now people are trying to get after, I want you because you look like you're Adonis, a Greek god. Your body got a 6-pack and you've got 18 digits behind your salary at the end of the year. But in the meantime, while she's picking that man right there, he's making her life a living hell. But then there's a guy over there that's hustling aluminum cans, and instead of having a 6-pack, he's got a keg in front of him, and he's trying his best to treat her like a queen. But she don't want that because that's not what her friends would see her walking with. She don't want to be seen with somebody that's not up to what her friends' expectation of a man is. There used to be a song out years ago. If you want to be happy for the rest of your life, never make a pretty woman your wife. That was done back in the 50s.
Wow.
So, we today have gotten superficial. We want what we see somebody else with, not even knowing how much hell they done went through. It's the saying that goes like this, and I'm going to back out of the way and get me a Pepsi. The saying is, never criticize an Indian until you walk a mile in his moccasins. Now, chew on that thought for a while, and I'm going to guzzle a Pepsi while everybody beat me up.
All right, Heat, go ahead, Heat.
I mean, it is what it is. I said what I said. I don't have to, I'm not about to go back and go over what I said. But I will tell you this. We have an ignorance to us. And let me tell you why. Just because I stated what my father taught me, that means what? You got to go back. And I always try to tell people, go back to what people say. And if you listen clearly, you'll see ignorance. That's all I'm going to say.
All right.
Because my father is to teach just as well as my mother is supposed to. So I got it from mom and dad, but my daddy would teach me things that I would need to have if I needed to change my own oil or I needed to change my tire. So I don't see anything wrong with that. But if a fool got a problem with it, or whoever got a problem with it, that's on you. Maybe you don't know how to do what you need to do. But I'm gonna make it whether I have a man or not. And see, a lot of us get too comfortable with just living with whoever we live with, just because it's comfortable for us. I'm telling you, I'm not living that. I was in a 20-year relationship. There's some things I lost and some things I gained. And I gained a whole lot in 20 years. Some people ain't had a 2-year relationship and talking. So I will tell you this, that and really, to be very honest, how long you last in a situation versus how long you didn't last don't mean anything either. Wisdom is wisdom. But I will say this, when you come up on here on this set and you directing stuff at the heat, be ready for whatever I got back to give to you. And that's no disrespect, but I'm gonna set you straight. Because I'm gonna make sure that you understand what I'm actually saying. And what I said was we need each other. So how you coming up on a post talking about queen and king stuff and all the extra stuff? Listen, quit talking out the side of my mouth. That's how we get ourselves into issues that we really didn't even have. When people come on the set, just sit there and listen. Make sure you got everything here. That's why I write down stuff. So when I do respond, I respond in order. And that's nothing against no one, but at least make sure you know what you're talking about before you come on here and speak. How do I say it? Indirectly to a person. I don't like that indirect talk. You can talk to me directly, because I'm sure as soon as I seen something on here on this screen, I directed it to the person it needed to be directed to. It is what it is with me. I am who I am. And no, I don't have to hit my chest and say that I'm a co-host, because guess what? I can have my own show. I don't have to be the co of nothing. I chose to be. So make sure when you're dealing with the heat, though, I don't care who else you talk to, but the heat, you make sure you come correct with that, because I'm to be respected just like you are. But I give that. Just make sure you know, like when you responding on stuff, just make sure you write about it. That's all I gotta say.
I got a question for you, Heat.
What's up?
All right, so let's say tomorrow you wake up, there are no men on earth.
What about
it? Would you be able to survive?
Would I be able to survive? That is a good question. So I'll tell you now. I survive right now without one. And what I mean is specifically to one in my home. Let me be specific, because people like to take stuff out of context. So let me be specific. I don't have one in my home. And that's because I choose to heal on some things. And so, do I think that this world could move and groove without a man? I believe God made y'all for a reason. But I also believe that men and women slack. And men and women are not staying in their lane. And that goes both ways. That's not just to a man or just to a woman. Get out of here. We do that little generalization, man versus woman. If we do men versus woman all the time, how do we expect to be with a man or a woman? Quit bashing. Learn how to deal with each other. Learn how to communicate. Learn how to talk. I'm different. I'm not going to sit on here and say a woman's bad if I'm not going to say a man is bad, because it is what it is. We are all imperfect. However, if you're striving for perfection, then you're on your way. But you still won't be perfected before you leave here. So you need each other. So don't take my conversation and twist it to what you want it to be. Understand what I'm saying and comprehend it well. If you don't, ask God for wisdom on it before you respond. It is what it is with me. God didn't make man so man wouldn't be on this earth. God didn't take the rib and fix it so woman wouldn't be. Do you get what God did? Man, get out of here. If you want to talk wise though. Don't be all up in your feelings about stuff. It's man and woman needed. If it wasn't, neither of us would be here. Go be a dinosaur somewhere.
All right, we're gonna let her talk. I'll be right back. All right.
Okay, Granddad King, Granddad Royals again. Oh my goodness. So first let me say thank you for inviting me here. You invited me to speak. Am I not, like, I was in the comments. I did not ask to be here and you invited me. And so I'm gonna be honest with you, brother, to mute me in the midst of me talking, and I wasn't talking to anybody. I never said anybody's name. And as a matter of fact, I even said when I was saying, I think I said like you or something, and I said, I'm not speaking about nobody specific. I'm speaking in general. I was talking to men and women. So for anybody to take what I'm saying personal, that has to be on you. But where I was stopping was, and I was actually in the midst of correcting myself prior to somebody interrupting me. I was saying again, it's like with parenting. God is telling you to honor your mother and your father, not because they're good, but because he said. And so he established order. And this has nothing to do with going against a woman or anything. It's just stating the fact. And so when you go back to the garden and you go back to pre-Eve, Adam was content. Adam was cool in the day with God. He did not even have knowledge of the fact that he needed anything or anybody. So that's the idea of origin. But God saw it fit, like, hey, I've placed my image in him. I need something to get it out. I need him to reproduce, be fruitful and multiply, which is the command of origin. And in order to do that, I need an incubator. I need somebody to get out of Adam what it is I put in. And so at this point, we have, like Dee was saying, we have a lot of, and I like to call them bitter, broken women who are upset with the fact that God has established order and they want to be men. They look like men, like they dress like men. We're acting like men. We're attempting to replace man. Am I saying somebody specific? No. If it fits this bill or this shoe, then maybe this is you. I don't know. I don't know your size. I know mine. And so I was actually speaking in reference to what Dee was saying. I totally agree with him. There is order in the kingdom. And so as women and men, we need to grow up right. You need to have love. And you know if you have love because there's evidence besides the fact that you have love. When you have love, you have peace. When you have love, you have joy. And when you have these things, the final thing under the byproducts of the fruit of the spirit, which is love, is temperance. You have self-control. That's how you know you have love, but not just to keep it for yourself, to give it to others. And so women, we need to be his peace, and you can only be his peace if you got it. You can only be love, have it to offer if you possess it. But that has nothing to do with any other person. It's an individual commitment to God first and foremost. So you cannot submit to anybody if you haven't submitted your life to God. There is no buts under submission. There are no alternative routes under submission. There is his willed way or absolutely nothing at all. I thank you, brother, for inviting me here to Rock Truth or absolutely nothing. I actually do my homework. I read or re-add to myself and study to show myself approved. So when I asked the question, though, of what is a strong Black woman, I was really asking because the definition of womb and 1, 2 is different. and it shouldn't be. And then what it is to be strong, that definition is off. So if we have a rock foundational definition of what it is, that's something we can build from, or we can see and say our definition is wrong and off, and that could be a contributing factor to our thinking going through it, everything that spills over from that. So, bro, do you have any questions before I get out of here?
No, you know what? I think you summed up everything that you was trying to say, because that's what I wanted you to come on here and say exactly what you were saying in the chat room. I really wanted to have honest discourse between the two of you, but that didn't work out. So
vote anything. That's number one. Number two, I was in the midst of speaking when you gave me the floor. I didn't speak over anybody. I was speaking in the midst of my turn. You know what I'm saying? And so I wanted to I saw the shade being thrown. I don't care nothing about that. That's people in their feelings and their emotions. They don't have nothing to do with it. But at the same time, it's like, you gotta be disrespectful or anything just to say what you gotta say. I could tell it's some built up. It's fine. I'm still gonna rep God at the end of the day. I'm still gonna love you. It's unto you, Queen, and blessings. I hope you accumulate wealth. I hope you accumulate wisdom. And when I say that, that means any and everything that will bring you closer to Christ. I'm praying for that for you. So thank you, brother. I love you. I love you all. I love you, D. I love you, D. And grand day unto you, King. I'm gonna go ahead and retire.
All right, appreciate it. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me say this.
Miss K.
She gone. She gone.
Is she there?
She gone.
She gone. Well,
Yeah.
okay. Well, listen. Here's the setup. I get something. Can you hear me, boss man?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you?
I can hear you.
I'm gonna say this, and whether anybody agrees with it or not, everybody is entitled to their own opinion. But because I have deep feelings or deep opinions about one thing or another, that doesn't matter. The bottom line is what the word says. I can be, because I'm going to say this because I'm an old fart. I'm 300 years old. And I'm going to tell you the truth. There are a lot of things that not everybody, please don't take offense at this. Please. There are a lot of things that some parents teach their kids that are not right. There's a lot of things that kids do that the parents did not teach them to do. Okay? So, with that being said, the bottom line is you'll never have a good relationship unless you get the foundation together first. And the first foundation is you cannot show me in the tampered with King James Version where God equaled a woman with a man. Now, I'm not saying that the woman's right, the man's right, or whatever. I'm just saying that the bottom line is a man has got the last control over everything. When you go to work, you might have a woman supervisor, but your boss is going to be a man. The CEO is going to be a man. So I can't rightfully say that a woman is the CEO over my job when I know the CEO is a man. So she's not equal to him. There's a lot of women that when they get the CEO position, they try to act like men. But at the end of the day, whenever they get finished, they get their wings clipped because they are not men. God's order was for man to have control over everything on this planet. And like it or not, man's got it. There's nothing in the Bible that says a man has to follow God. No, it doesn't. There are scriptures in the Bible where it said that the man went and took him a wife. But there ain't no scriptures in there where it said a woman went and took a husband. So, get this thing right. That's what's screwed up in the world today. A lot of people, and don't take offense at this because this is knowledge. A lot of people want to take and put their bowl of soup in where the bowl has a hole in it. Because I want this or I would like that doesn't mean that's right. That's why Jesus always told them, it is written. If the word is God and if the word is supposed to be God, you take it for what it says. You don't take and break it down and make it fit you. You come up to where it's at. That's the end of the subject. That's why so many people are divorced now, because they all want to do it their way and don't want to do it the correct foundational way. Eve jacked up everything in the garden. And from that moment on, a lot of things have been jacked up. And brother, man, I'm going to drink this Pepsi real quick while I listen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Let me say something. You just tuning in to the show. We appreciate it. Let me mute D real quick. Gotta mute him. Let me reset the room real quick. We are trying to have a discussion, talking about the being a friend and not a twin, the matching of energies. If you wasn't born a man, which, let me see, I spoke on this earlier, and I'm going to have to bring this young man back up because that's what he going to be. He going to be a man. He ain't going to be nothing else but a boy. In my opinion, that's all I'm going to call him, as a boy. Brought this boy up earlier. His father got him wearing Kobe Bryant's jersey as a dress. That's matching energy. You trying to match the energy of a woman, which you was not made to be. And vice versa with a woman. No matter how you slice and dice, no woman can be a man. And my whole point of bringing this up is saying that, yes, we men, we do need our woman for certain things. But as far as being able to live and survive on our own, Adam did it before Eve got here. I mean, that's bottom line. He did it before she got here. People can say we bashing or whatever. That's just a straight fact. He did it before she got here. So therefore, with that being said, we already know, where it is. Now, with that being said, in this world, there are men that has been coddled, has been babied, that we know cannot function or thrive on their own. We know they can't. Just because of circumstances that they have been in. We know that's impossible. But we talking in an overall state of being. We was to wake up, if a man was to wake up and there was no women, we'll survive. Come on, you got to cut these trees, get you some wood, go get you some oil. You got to dig in the dirt, get that oil. And the same thing is, when you chop a tree, you gonna have to take a couple men to carry that tree. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how you chopping it. I have helped chop trees before. I know what goes on when you out there chopping them trees. You can almost get killed if you're not being protective. And sad to say, there was not a woman around. Now, with that being said, I do have to give props to one woman. I'm gonna give props to a woman. She was my teacher in high school. She taught me a lot, before I met Mr. Caffey. Before I met Mr. Caffey, a teacher in high school, she taught me the rule of measure twice, cut once. She taught me how to use a saw. She taught me how to use a drill, because I was on the theater, the stage crew team. And she taught me actually how to build a whole stage set by myself. She was like, Tyron, there's gonna be times where you're not gonna have no help building this set. You're gonna have to build this set by yourself. And we got to start you all the way from scratch to build this set. This was a woman. So hold on, man. Well, let me want my horn egg. Man, give a shout out to her. But when I met Mr. Caffey, he taught me how to pour concrete. He taught me how to lay tile. And see, I'm sad because that was 20 years ago. I forgot how to do all that, because I would love to know how to lay tile right now, because there's some projects that need to be done that I wished I knew how to do. But again, being a friend matching energy. Remember, when they go high, when they go low, you go high. I see King Dwayne in the building. Let me holler at King Dwayne.
Man, hey, Mr. D, man.
Oh, he got that Pepsi for you, D. He got that Pepsi.
Yes, sir. What's good with you, Lord?
Oh man, you got it going on. Everything good around here.
And I see it's getting feisty in the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, brother. That's why now we got to split people up because wanted to have honest discourse, but that didn't happen, bro.
Yeah. I like a lot of what's been discussed. I mean, there's really no need to overdo anything. You know, just you know, one of the things you have to be able to accept is just we just in a bad time, man. And I heard somebody talking about it. You know, heard somebody talking about it yesterday. How as a man, you just have to start just accepting who ain't going in your direction, go the opposite way. Who ain't listening to your teaching, go the opposite way. I'm done with the arguing with somebody who don't listen because the scriptures say, "Let this mind be in you that is also in Christ Jesus." So if the order is to love your woman like and your wife like he loved the church, his bride, then his bride, which is the collective church, our obligation is to take on his mind, right? So the woman is supposed to take on the mind of the man. You can't be loved in full capacity in the way that a godly man is supposed to be ordered to love you if you won't even listen to the man what he say. You are his number one disciple before a child even comes, and you don't even like his words. How do y'all get together if you won't even follow his words? Because now you got to cut off cackling mothers, you got to cut off bitter grandmas, you got to cut off your friends who want you to stay. Because man, if you go get with a man, that's gonna put the magnifying glass on us. Then we need to go down the same road. So I like what a lot of Mr. D was saying, Mary and everybody. You know, it's just people don't. They I guess you could say they got their heart in the right place, or they have effort. They think they want certain things, but it's just the nostalgia or the ideal of it. They don't really want it because the actual duty takes work. It takes work. And I'm going to tell you, one of the biggest things I ever wanted from a woman who was beautiful, amazing. And all I wanted from her, all I continue to ask for her is a pleasant spirit, teachable, humble, pleasant, approachable spirit. And when it got down to that, that was tough and the hardest thing for that person to do. And I'm starting to see that in a lot of women today. When it comes down to everything Mary said about having temperance, meekness, having the fruits of the spirit, at the end of the day, to really, really be a woman who has a marriage that lasts 50 years, 20 years, 30 years, you have to have the fruits of the spirit. It is paramount that a woman have the fruits of the spirit. And it's gonna allow you to, really, really submit. We don't have to talk about being a strong black woman or I'll do this if he does this and this, that. It always baffled me how quick a woman will say what she'll do if a man, or she'll talk about the ideal man, but at the same time, but they ain't out here. That's war talk out the gate. That's war talk, and that's lack of hope out the gate. What man wants to be with a woman who talks lack of hope? You don't hope for nothing. But then if that man gets with a younger woman, or that man gets with another race, or whatever the case may be, which proves to have culture, because at the end of the day, the older a man gets and the more full of something to teach he gets, he's going to want a family. Men tend to want families more than women. I don't care how much people want to argue against that. Women tend to want security more. That's why when you hear that sound in the dark, boom, you gonna get that right. You know what I'm saying? Like, they not running. You know what I'm saying? Clutching your arm when you walk down the street. They not, everything Mr. D was talking about earlier. Yes, they gonna do all of that.
Seconds.
And in the same token, the man, yes, we need our woman when we need her. That's when a man needs a woman. When he decides he needs her. Now he's going like a lion looking for a pride, looking for a lioness, so he can build a pride. He don't need to be no tiger. A tiger roams. He ain't social. The way he, deals with a female tiger is totally different than how a lion and a lioness, they are business when they get together. But then you got the hyena. You got mugs with that hyena mentality. Hyenas, females are bigger than the males. They run everything. The males eat last after the children in that culture. And the issue is, you got a lot of hyena thinking mugs out here, and they'll boast to you and brag you. You don't want me to tell you off. I give you this again. Look, for a simple man, go ahead and do all that. Because your mouth don't worry no man, no real man, none of that. Because at the end of the day, we know you're not going to stand toe to toe and fight. You'll be talking about the police in a second because you're just talking. And that is reflective of a child that's throwing a tantrum. These are the things that we really got to work on ourselves. Why are we so mad and so upset and so got such a chip on our shoulders? As Mary said earlier, just about we carrying, this is why I always joke. A man ain't Delta Airlines to carry the baggage you run around all day with, and you created these problems with whoever you've been dealing with, whoever you've been letting run you through, and all kind of stuff. Those are your choices. If you're going to allow a really good man a chance, leave all that crap somewhere else. Because there's nothing wrong with a real man standing in front of you and saying, I'm not tolerating that. Absolutely, as a real godly man, you are going to have the authority to tell a woman, I got boundaries. And we ain't doing that here. We ain't doing that. Because people want to be so quick to talk about not being perfect and different things like that. Perfect has many definitions. You know the one that the Bible talks about most? Maturity. That's the perfect that you should aim for. That's why the scriptures say, mark the perfect man. What you think that's talking about? The mature man, the one who's finally got to a place in wisdom where they know how to carry with the fruits of the spirit. And they are disciplined in their actions and how they move and everything else because they've gotten to a very temperate place in their life where their emotions are disciplined. I shared some information with you earlier before I even got on this show. I held it together through some foolishness. Ain't got time for that. Ain't got time for it. You doing things that are obviously showing you're emotional. I'm gonna laugh like a monkey at that mess. It's funny to me.
Let me ask you, Dwayne.
Yes, sir.
Have there been times where you've admitted that you need a woman?
Yeah, when I needed her. That was the main reason to choose a wife. I need you for this next step in my life. But here's the thing. A lot of people will give you every bit of a representative in the beginning. Oh, they down for everything. Oh, you like that book? So do I. You like a bit. Hey, you going in that direction? Oh my God, me too. And then when you say I do, or you get a baby in them, those are the two things that make the mask come off quicker, and they beat themselves quicker and kick up their feet quicker because I ain't got to do nothing else. I got you already. But let it be another woman. Now you got to be on your toes because it's another woman. And that's why people push monogamy so much. They're scared of the competition. They scared of top competition. That's why they push monogamy so much. But it was a ton of wives and concubines in the Bible.
Most definitely. It's scripture. They talk about them 7 wives.
And that's how a lion running a pride. But you sit over here, you're gonna push that monogamy in this day and time. Look, if a man on that, cool. If a man, you can deal with a man that's super wealthy or whatever, he got more than one woman, cool with that too. That's his business. If he can deal with them headaches, amen. That his concubines, his wife, that's his business. He can control that. But all this pushing monogamy and yet these women running in and out of divorce court and try to put price tags on your baby's heads and this, that, and other, trying to destroy your manhood. Look, we ain't got time for that.
Dwayne, you know what they be saying, Dwayne?
Huh?
You know that the scripture talk about they're gonna be saying, King Dwayne, if I could just take your last name. I got my own clothes, I got my own food. Just let me take your last name.
Bro, that's one of the greatest scriptures in the book. Woo, you got to keep it in the back pocket, baby.
Man, sometimes I go to bed just thinking like, man, what is it gonna be when 7 women saying, Joe, Mr. Joe, Lord Ty, I want to be the lady, because the opposite of a Lord is a lady. I want to be the lady. I want to be Lady Joe. I want to be Lady Joe.
They gonna be pulling on each sleeve, brother.
I'm be like this one girl said, God, is this what you trying to do? Okay, God, I'm ready. I am ready.
I'm convinced it's gonna be when they're in no man's land. That's what they're gonna be running to.
Man, I'm telling you, man. And the thing is, I mean, some people get upset about it, but that's just what it's gonna be. It's gonna come a time where women, if women really want a good man, they're gonna have to share, because all these others being just not gonna be what they looking for.
But listen to this, my lord. They already sharing. They already sharing, are they not?
Thanks.
And instead of brag about it, oh, you ain't, oh, your husband, your wife ain't giving you no sex, come over here. Oh, your baby daddy, you don't appreciate him, come over here. Oh, matter of fact, I'm gonna sleep with him just to show you I got better such and such between my thighs. You already sharing.
Man,
I'm
Dwayne,
a mess. Matter of fact, I'm tired of being in a relationship with the man I'm with. So now I'm gonna mess with another man to make him mad, hurt his feelings. They already sharing.
Let me tell you, over the past 2 to 3 weeks, man, I've been getting all these crazy friend requests by some people. Some of them I done had to block already because they coming to my inbox trying to sell me stuff. But it's this one girl that I done added on my page. She made some post today. She said, men, if you single, hit my inbox. She said, men, if you got somebody hit my inbox, I won't snitch. LOL.
Right.
Like, whoa, what is going on? She want them all, married and unmarried. She want them all. Wow. Yo, Kiki.
Ain't no need to be ashamed and have a shame in the game, man.
I don't think Kiki hear me. Kiki, you ready to come back in? Oh wait, I see D talking about he in the queue.
Yeah, he was in the queue. Yeah.
All right, I'm bring D in. Let me see. I'm after that. I'm gonna see if Kiki ready to come back in. What up, D?
Okay, I'm gonna just get a little bit gangster and call it a night. No, I ain't gonna call it a night. I'm still gonna visualize you guys. But check this out, man. First of all, I mean, I don't understand what's the big hassle. You know, if you want a relationship, you have to make yourself presentable for the buyer to enjoy the merchandise. You see what I'm saying? When I was traveling, hey, Mr. King, glad to see you, Mr. King. Sorry, John bailed out on us, and Miss K, you did a great job. Kiki, you did a great job with the heat, as usual. Hey, when you guys get a chance, I sent you guys a clip. Y'all check it out after the show is over.
Okay.
But women, I like to say this. I don't bash women, but I'm never going to see a woman. I don't bash women, but I'm never going to see a woman equal to a man until I see it in the tampered with King James Version. Yeah, there's bad men, there's bad women. But let's put the blame where the blame begins. Why did Satan go to Eve? Because she was weak. Why didn't he go to Adam? As a matter of fact, why didn't Satan talk to Eve while Adam was around?
Because Adam has the logic.
A lot of people don't take time to look at. He didn't go to Eve because when Adam was around, because he knew Adam would have said, "Hey, brother, get yourself in check. You know what the rule is here." But see, he got her all by herself, and that's when he starts game to her. You see, women are fine. I haven't seen a woman that I didn't like. Black, fat, skinny, tall, I like them all.
Mm-hmm.
I was married for 26 years. Treated my lady like she was my lady until she died. But here's the fact. She knew when we got married, the pastor told her, said, "Hey, he's your Lord. He's your cover. So I am no longer your cover because you've given my cover to your husband, your father, and your mother. If they've got anything to say, they are to shut up, because there's nowhere in the Bible where the mother and the father of the bride says anything. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, hey, the society has jacked up. So society has jacked up the women's brain so bad that most women today would like to have their lives like Young and the Restless, Bold and the Beautiful. And then now let me get real crazy. The Housewives of Atlanta.
That lifestyle don't even exist.
Facts. They want the American dream, man.
You know, the bad thing about it, as much as I love women, all women, as much as I love them, the bad thing about it is they will take a fable and turn it into reality as hard as they can, knowing at the end of the day, it's all, like I was saying earlier, a lot of things that the mothers and fathers taught their kids years ago, some of it wasn't true, but they did it so that they could help the kids get through. Look at all the kids running around here looking for Santa Claus to come through a chimney. Now, take this, and I'm gonna knock
You
out.
gotta first be able to feed.
Guys, listen to this.
Thanks.
Now here's the setup. How many black kids, white kids, live in the ghetto, expecting a fat white man to come through a chimney, and they don't have a chimney in their apartment building?
Plenty.
I mean, come on.
Thanks.
A white guy with a bag full of toys going through the hood at midnight, he's gonna get capped. The toys are gone, but yet still, some of his mother, you know, his mother and father. If you be good, Santa Claus gonna do this. Santa Claus gonna do that. Santa Claus ain't gonna do nothing except wear a bulletproof vest in an armored car and try to get out of the hood as fast as he can. You
Right.
see what I'm saying, man? Even if I'll make it real ugly. I'll make it real ugly and quick. A lot of pastors are teaching their folks wrong doctrine out of the tampered with King James Version.
Oh yeah.
Hey, he owe what I
and this is gonna be on the heads of a lot of pastors. They marry people that are not compatible because the pastors have not talked to God about it. The man and the woman that are about to get married have not went through the trial test that they're supposed to see if they're even compatible.
Right.
If you notice, a lot of folk like to say Adam and Eve. Listen, Eve come from Adam's rib. She knew she was a spare rib, and she knew how to stay in her lane. You don't see nowhere in the scriptures where Eve tried to check Adam about nothing. But these church women today, thanks to social media, they would check their husband, and some of them would get them straight in church. That's why a lot of pastors, when they preach their sermon in church, they cut their eyes over to their wives, who is supposed to be the first lady. They cut their eyes over at her, so she'll tell them when to shut the sermon off so she can go home.
Right.
Or he can go to dinner to Texas Roadhouse.
Right.
Hey, man, I'm puzzled down to Pepsi and
We want to
listen to
know.
you guys.
We want to know where's the love. I appreciate it, D. Appreciate it. All right, let's see if Kiki ready. She cool.
It got me weak, man. Got me weak. About to bust the gut, man. I'm weak.
I heat you on. You muted. I can't unmute her.
Straight up.
No, I don't know if she can see me.
Hey, Heat, let me get that hat, man.
Can you hear me, Heat? Oh, yeah.
What's
I
up?
don't
What
think.
you say?
Oh, there she go.
Let me get that hat, man.
Man, what you giving up for it?
I mean, come on. We might be able to negotiate something, you know what I'm saying?
Man, give us some of them potato chips, man. Give us some of them chips.
Yeah, I got the chips for the Lolo. Bad.
Oh, I'm sure. I got baggage for
All right, the heat is back in good spirits.
So what's going on? What's going on? I couldn't hear half of it. Half
Man,
of
we
it
can
was
stop.
abstract anyway.
Hey,
What's up?
here she go.
Right. We just
Man,
chop.
you know, it is what it is with me, man. There's no disrespect to nobody, man. We all have opinions and how we feel about stuff, man. But I can handle people's opinions though. Except when you talking abstract out the side of your neck, and I'm gonna let you know that your neck is broke. But it's it is what it is with that. I was sitting over here, and I'm in the hospital because my daughter's in the hospital. But I was sitting over here, and, some of us laugh. I know I'm laughing. But if you go back, listen, these are my last words. If you go back to the original message that I did say, you'll see how most of the panel just said what I already said. And
Right.
so you got to be wise about your dealings. And when you speak what you speak, be careful because you will run into a circle if you're not careful. And I'm going to call you out on it every time, man. And it's nothing against you. I'm going to just call you out on it. So I'm going to say this. I did not mean to interrupt Selena when she was talking, but she was not quoting the word right. And so it says in the Bible, children, obey your mother and father that your days may be long. And if you go back and you listen to what I said, then you understand what I said. I was just quoting what the Bible said, not in my own words, but what the Bible said. You don't take from and add to the word of God because he don't need us, any of us, to do what he needs to do. And so, I get a little bit offended by that when you trying to put words in and add to make sense of what you're trying to say. You don't need to do that. So, but that's not my job either. That's God has a word and it's already been written. So you leave it there. But it's no disrespect to Selena. I can speak to Selena on any day. Actually, it'd be a pick a day. And I'll come back up here again and be respectful and do exactly what I just did. But I'm good with it. No disrespect. Selena knows it though. So all the words that she did say that I did not get to respond, we'll leave it at that because I don't need to respond to certain things. Get too comfortable and start responding.
Going out.
Oh, it's gonna go out.
Yeah, the signal going out. Yeah, the Wi-Fi or something. What'd you say, Dwayne?
I think that's how that hospital Wi-Fi be, man. It be tripping.
Yep. It went out on. But yeah, man. The whole point is that we can be when we disagreeing with people. Hey, just let it be there. Just an honest, simple disagreement. I mean, I'm around people all the time that disagree with me, and you just gotta know how to be able to disagree. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta be able to know if anybody's on my friend page, y'all see people come on my page and say all kind of stuff to me, and a lot of times I look at it like, oh, I could really give them the guillotine because if people knew me, I'm gonna have to get some people that knew me that when I was in my 20s and early 30s. I'm gonna have to get somebody up here that knew me when I used to have a mouth that was like a machine gun. And don't get it twisted, that mouth is still there. It's just that I've chosen to take my words that I was speaking tonight. As far as when people go low, you go high. So I just choose to go high all the time. And so what I do on Facebook, I have fun with them. I just troll with them. While they trolling, I'm trolling them. So I'm not about to get personal like some people get personal with me on Facebook. Talk about me, talk about my family and all that. That's cool. I ain't gonna get personal with you because I know it's Facebook. I know that's Facebook, and I know that if we ever have a moment face to face, those words probably wouldn't get spoken.
Furniture moving in this book.
What you got on there, Dwayne? Because I mean, I know you didn't seen people out and about.
Man,
and words wasn't what they were on the book, was they?
Yeah, because they know it'd be some furniture moving, and that's why I say all the time, man. People talk how they talk. It's just like when you hear some of the young people who talk about. I don't know if you ever heard some young people talk about their experiences when they on these video games and they got the headphones on and they playing somebody in another country, another city, All of a sudden, these people racist, yelling all this racist stuff, selling all this crazy stuff. You got people clickety clacking on the Facebook and this, that, and the other because they're hidden behind the walls of the internet. They know doggone well they just capping because they behind them walls. You know what I'm saying? And it's really a revelator, man, because we talking about relationships and not matching energy. Bro, a lot of times when these people get behind four walls, like Mr. D was talking about, the issue is they get behind four walls. They never really learn how to live with a man for the women. And the men probably never learn how to live with a woman, or as one or the other. But either way, somebody trying to hide their way and the tantrums get thrown because they don't know how to communicate with an adult like they should. Now you in this relationship where it's all about give and take, working together, cooperating. You know what I'm saying? And there's no cooperation, but there's all these idle threats. And you 4'11" looking up at this 6'5" man. You know doggone well. You know doggone well. You definitely trying to set that man up because you know he would throw your butt somewhere. Come on now. Come on now.
Man, hey man, Dwayne, I don't know if you caught the announcement, man, but we got a special little situation going on next month.
Oh, straight, yeah, I did see that, man. I did.
Special little situation.
I heard your
hey,
offer too, man.
I'm just saying, if you are a viewer and you want to get matched up, it's got to be a lady and it's got to be a man. If a lady and a man come to me and say they want to get matched up, both of y'all got to come on the show. We're gonna do a show. We got to see if y'all even a match to even go out on a date to begin with. Y'all got to go through the Tyron Joe litmus test. What you say? What you say, Dwayne?
They're gonna be like, can we talk for
Right.
a minute?
Right.
They're gonna be on one.
Y'all got to look. Y'all got to go through the litmus test. So let's do the show before February 14th, and then after that, go out, eat, come back, do the follow up. You know what I mean? After you go out and eat, I'm already pay the meal. Just keep your receipt. Send me the receipt. Boom. I'm gonna cash app you whatever it was. I sure will. So you know what I mean? This is a special little situation, little deal that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this out of my pocket. You know what I mean? Because I want to see. I actually want to see somebody prosper. I want to see somebody grow. But what I don't want to see is this.
Fact. Unbelievable.
I don't want to see that.
They know they really, man, pimping that boy out for the industry, man.
Man, I'm telling you, man. And the thing is, even though, be honest, it's really not Gabrielle's fault, but I know she the mastermind that's behind all this. You know what I'm saying? She didn't turn out both of them. She didn't turn D Wade out and him. Man, look, man, I know we're gonna say allegedly. I truly believe Gabrielle, she be using them toys on D Wade. You see D Wade, he wear dresses now sometimes.
Yeah, they trying to say support his son, man. Get out of here, man.
Come on, man, stop that. You know what I mean? He talk about he's supporting his son. Okay, so you gonna wear a dress to support your son. Now you want your son to support Kobe, and you didn't turn his jersey into a dress. Come on, man. This is that demasculation stuff, man. And somebody said it earlier, effeminization. That's what they doing. They doing this to our black boys. Man, get this up off my screen. Get that up off my screen.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, that's what they doing. They demasculize. Let me see.
We got to protect our local at all costs, man. They supposed to be producing armies, man. If they flip the boys out like this, they ain't gonna produce no army.
Yeah, well, this little boy wearing this dress, and ain't no type of army he producing.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm going to fly to New York.
He is hilarious, bro.
At the Waldorf Hotel. Oh man. Oh man. Well, man, any final last words, Dwayne?
Man, I'm man. Look, man. Like I always, man, appreciate the invite. Love the show. This was a very good topic, bro. First, I was like, man, let me see where he gonna go with this. But I say, boy, like always, he came through the clutch, man.
He said he gonna send me. He said he gonna send me the bill.
Oh, straight. Yeah, but man, good topic, man. And yeah, man, we gotta work hard on relationships, man. We gotta really be willing to, like I was talking to a couple of people the other day, man. I say, really, to be honest, man, when you in these relationships, you aiming for what it's supposed to be after 60. You know, people be so caught up how a person look and all that. Think about and picture, look down the line and think about what it's gonna be after 60 when things slow down and you ain't knocking the sheets off all over crazy no more.
Come on.
You're gonna need a friend. You're gonna need a friend.
And you know, and that's the problem too. A lot of people they divorce individuals or they break up with individuals because they not being digged down the way they want to be digged down.
Exactly. And your relationship is supposed, it's just like I was talking to Devin today, and you know, we lost one of the mothers in the church, Mother Gates. And her daughter is one of the pillars and here it is, Mother Gates 100 years old, her daughter 70 something years old, Deacon Golden. They up there in age, they've been together forever, bro.
Yeah.
So how do you be together that long and it just, because I'm gonna tell you, man, I agree with some your cousin Devin said, like, look, a lot of these women, when they really on point, they hold these relationships together because that's what a lioness does.
Facts.
When the lion is out roaming and conquering territory, she's running the pride. She's keeping the house. But can I trust you when I'm out here fighting for us? Are you getting everybody else ideas and creating a way to turn on me? Or are you making our home greater? Can I trust you with the plan to make our home great? Because a lot of times when these men out here giving their life for the job and working to bring on the money, the woman planning against them. And then she teaching the kids against them and everything else. And so you gotta know you got a woman that's rolling with you and when she hears you teach, when she hears your voice, yes, my Lord, she is humble to your teaching.
Yes.
Because she your prize student, she your prize disciple.
Yes, sir.
And as men, we supposed to reflect Christ so that we can love Christ. Well, what did Christ have? Christ had his disciples, and they was at his fingertips. They were, man, ready and willing to hear the word. And he was always teaching because he was full. He was so full of word that he didn't even live on this earth long because he was from 12 years old, he was getting that word up out of him, just giving it away, teaching it like crazy. And that's when a man really know he ready to marry. He really have a need for a woman is when he got so much teaching in him that he's just happy and excited to teach it. Well, you got to have a student that's happy and excited to get A++.
Soak it up, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's what you look for in a woman. Somebody, we joke about all the time, me and Will, my Craven, like, if she was horrible in school, you might want to look the other way because she don't want to go to school. So, man, you need somebody that's ready to get that A. Like, look, man, I'm your number one student. Let's go. Yes, you know what I'm saying? Because you driving your car already. You just, and then when you ready and you have a need for a woman, you go easily with no problem open up this passenger door and say, sit down. It's already ready. This car been going for years, for decades. Now have a seat. I'm inviting you in. That's what a real proposal is. A real proposal ain't getting all on one knee on or jumping out, bungee jumping out of somewhere. All that little these crazy proposals and all that. A real proposal is just a man telling a woman the direction he's going and asking her about her qualifications for that direction. And that's why I say if that's why I said about one video. If men really propose the right way, they might hear a lot of no. Just like a job interview, you offer the person a job, you get to the point of the offering. It's a lot of people that get up and say, "Nah, I'm good," because they understand I'm not qualified for this. How many women can admit I ain't qualified to just move on? It's a lot of mugs don't admit that they ain't qualified, and then they go through some bull crap, and then it goes to disaster. Cause the ring was more important than you ain't heard nothing about. You don't know nothing about the direction this man going. Now all of a sudden you want to talk about he ain't had no direction in the first place and all this different stuff. Now you want to dog the man. You chose him. You rock with him. So like Mr. D said, shut up.
What about oh, I ain't even write that right. What about when you ask the lady what they bring?
You said what you bring
to the table. I bet you right there.
I'm gonna jump on the table and dance on that mug. Because she bring an empty table. That's all she bringing an empty table. That's it.
I had somebody tell me that they bring the table.
Right. Yeah.
I'm gonna offer you a seat. How you
Right
gonna
now,
offer me a seat at my
bug
table,
empty.
man, but you bringing the table, man? Please.
Man, that bug empty.
I
We
just
gonna
sat
jump.
down in that seat and been got just stuck needles and pins and sticking in that seat. I been got
Right.
shocked or something, electrocuted sitting
Exactly.
in that seat.
Man, we gonna jump on that table and do a shuck and jive.
Well, I appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it, King
Yeah,
Dwayne.
sir. Yes, sir. I'll holler at you, my lord.
All right, bro. Man, let's give a shout out to everybody in the chat. Yvonne, co-worker Yvonne, co-worker Ebony. Oh no, hold on. Let me get my I need my music. I need my whoa. There we go. Co-worker Yvonne. Wait, here we go. Yeah. Co-worker Ebony. Mary Kennedy. Mr. D. John, I don't know what happened to John. Shout out to King Dwayne. Shout out Key. All right, man. So thank you all for sticking with us tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. And this is what we talked about tonight. Being a friend and not a twin. The matching of energies, we gotta let that go. A lot of times, just gonna be real with you. When you matching the other person's energy, that's when as you as a man has become feminine, and that's when you as a woman has become masculine. And neither one of those was meant to be. I don't care how people will say, well, I was born this, I was born that. Come on, man. Don't put that on God. That's a cognitive decision and a cognitive choice that you have chose to make. Don't put that on God. Well, God failed me. God messed up. Come on, man. Stop lying on God. This ain't what that's all about. But man, we do want y'all, man. I don't know. I get this thing up off of here. I don't know why I won't leave. I'm trying to click on this to show y'all. But anyway, we want y'all to come back next Thursday. I'm trying to get a pastor here with us next Thursday. We're gonna do this conversation with the clergy. Yes, indeed. Conversation with the clergy. That's what we're gonna do. Hopefully we get a pastor in there. If y'all know some pastors, that would like to come on say, send them my way. Be careful, men switching up to be woman. I know. Gotta be careful. It's some men out here that's, working hard at being a woman. So you gotta I'm telling you, you gotta be careful out here in this world that we live in. Also, less is best. And that's stepping over into communication. When we are in these relationships, is communication is key, and sometimes less is best. Sometimes sometimes we talk ourselves out of things, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's the pussy or whatever. Man, you talk yourself up out of it, and that's just against God. Okay, it was not God's intention for us to talk ourselves about the pussy. Okay, so we gotta learn how to shut up sometime, and less is best. Women, I don't even want to get on y'all because y'all talk yourself out of so much stuff. But the thing is, a man though, we still go ahead and give it to you. We go ahead and give you the dick. Okay, we go ahead and give it to you, even though you don't even deserve it. But we go ahead and give it to you because we know the commandments of God. He said, "Be fruitful and multiply." Did he say anything about, well, when you're upset, when you're mad with each other, then maybe you shouldn't be fruitful? No. He just gave out the directive to be fruitful and to multiply. That's what he did. You know what I'm saying? I can sit there and talk all day too. I can sit there and debate all day, but I'm just saying that's just it, man. But everybody said enough good things tonight. A lot of the fellas spoke good tonight. Apologize for the confusion. Apologize for the the back and forth that went down tonight. Cause no, I'm not that type of guy. I don't really like, want that to go back and forth on the platform. I actually wanted the sisters to have a, a real good talk, but that didn't happen. So we digress. And we're gonna move on from that. In the future, hopefully in the future, when we are disagreeing with each other, we can have a honest disagreement, whatever. And whereas we don't get loud and rude with each other. So pray for us, y'all. I'm not no pastor or preacher, but I just felt today, hey, just pray for us. Look out for us, y'all. Look out for us. Do something. Let me hit the horn. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and let you go, and we'll be back in 7 days, man. Peace, be blessed.
Season for grace and favor. Michael, them chords gonna make somebody run this church. Don't play them chords. Them chords gonna make somebody lose their mind. This is my season. Grace and favor. This is my season to reap what I have sown.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Tyron Joe here with the BZNZ Internet Talk Radio Show. Look like you have called me on my way coming home from work or coming to my hotel from work, whichever one. But I'd like to formally introduce you and formally welcome you to our 2022 calendar year for the podcast. Let's see here. We got some exciting things going on. A few of which I'll speak about right now. That is, we have conversations with the clergy. Many of you have expressed interest in knowing more about church and getting more topics, hearing more things about church and God and Jesus. So what we're gonna do, I have a list of preachers. Really don't matter who you are. If you say you're a preacher or a pastor, we want you to come on and talk. But there are some that has declined our invitation. So we're gonna go with the ones they do, and this is how it happens. Whenever they say they are available, we are going to put our normal program on hold. We're gonna get some teaching in. Please believe there's gonna be some teaching, so don't get discouraged on that end. But put our normal program on hold on dating and relationships, and we're gonna hear from the pastors, preachers, teachers, clergymen. We're going to hear from them. Also, this brand new right here. My co-hosts don't even know nothing about this one. The month. Well, I ain't gonna say the month. I want to say Valentine's Day 2022. That's coming up real quick in a few weeks. What we're going to do, we are going to, I'm going to pay a date. This has going to work. I need one man and I need one woman that is not a part of my podcast, that is not, not a commentator, that's not a co-host, none of that, but maybe a viewer of the podcast, a supporter of the podcast. We looking for you, and we looking to match you guys up. 2 things I need you to do: come on to the show before Valentine's Day, and then after Valentine's Day, do the follow-up show. You do those 2 things, I will reimburse you how much ever you paid for that date. How about that? Can't be beat. Also, we got merchandise. We got merch. Please get your merch. If you're interested in it, go ahead and hit up the Instagram page. Let me know your t-shirt. Let me know what color and size, and we'll get that taken care of. I'm gonna leave you with this. I'll probably come back in a few weeks and give you another greetings. But some things to just think about for this year. Be a friend and twin. Real men drink water because our ladies need us to be King Kong in the bed. If you don't drink your water, you can't use your third leg. And also, our last thing that I want you guys to think for the year: do not reason with the season. Reason with the season. Just accept it and live in peace. Be blessed.
They're not ready. They're not ready. I see you, Brian. You might as well come on down here and join the party.
Come on. This is my season. Song. Oh yeah, come on. This is my season. Good night.